Yeah, man. No joke.
Seriously, dude?
Yeah. And that was the 4th time.
How?
I don't know. It's like I'm fishing over here.
You nasty.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hey everybody, how we doing today? Welcome to
Hey.
the channel.
What's up?
My name is Mitty80.
I'm the chief.
He's the chief. And welcome back to ADH Dads. Yeah, we're, what is this, episode 16?
16? Yeah.
I think it's 16. I don't know. We've taken a couple weeks off.
Yeah, and then we attempted.
And then, yeah, we tried to record last week, and I don't know. The stars just didn't align, let's just say.
Yeah.
We had a guest star trying to be in the podcast, running back and forth, screaming, Mavis.
I mean, yeah. That was rough. I was searing in anger.
I could tell.
Not at your child.
No, it was just, yeah.
At our counterparts.
Let's just say the situation, right?
Yes. Yes, it's not like they have anything else going on besides their farm bills and
We
whatever's
have
on their
one
damn
day.
switches. Yeah. We have 1 day a week
Yeah.
for an hour. That's
Right.
all we need.
God.
And no, we'll send the toddler with you.
Yeah, right?
Meanwhile, they're doing a fucking marching band upstairs.
No, they were
all this shit
they were
crying.
like playing frog or something,
Yeah.
and they were like jumping on all fours, landing on the. It was
Like
just.
you would think.
Yeah, we just
You
couldn't
would think
do it.
the girls would be like, that's a bit loud, don't you think? We should probably not do that. They're recording a sound video. Probably be a problem.
They're trying to make it. They're trying to become internet famous, and we are not
Piss
helping.
us the fuck off. Yeah, well, where's that video? Ha! You're never going to see it in the archives because I lost my shit. And then we had to stop
Yep.
filming.
Yeah, we stopped filming. Maybe we'll throw a clip up here or there if.
Right at the end, right as I lose it.
But yeah, no, yeah, welcome. First, I wanted to say welcome in to anybody
welcome
who's
back.
new, and welcome back, yeah, to anyone returning.
Yeah.
We are happy to be back.
And all the new
recording.
ones?
Yeah, I said welcome into the new ones.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry. I've been drinking already.
I started early.
I did, right after
I was
work.
ready.
Wasn't even out of the parking lot yet.
I didn't. My wife is gone with my first one, Oliver. They went to a movie.
That's
so,
the most weirdest way to say that, but yeah, go ahead.
My firstborn. I
yes.
started it. And
She left me with the first one.
no, she left me with the second one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she
Technically,
took
they're both correct.
her in the first left. I didn't know where I was going with that. Honestly, I was like
I don't
about
know
to, and
where
I
all
just.
of it is.
But yeah, so she left me home with Mavis, and
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, that's fine, whatever. And then I was just sitting there, and I just texted you. I'm like, dude, let's get together. Let's do something,
Yeah.
man. I'm
like, hell yeah.
home. It's just me. Father's Day
Yeah.
weekend. I didn't realize it was Father's Day weekend until Wednesday.
It's our anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah, like it's our day.
No,
Oh wait,
my-
no, your wedding anniversary.
And my mom pointed that out to my wife, and like, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, what are you doing? She's like, we got a grad party we got to go to, and then we're going to
Yeah.
a cousin's birthday party deal. We're like, yeah?
Yeah,
What,
dude, I
what
have-
about tomorrow? We got to bring something?
I have my goldfish's birthdays tomorrow.
You don't have a fucking goldfish.
I thought we were talking about things that mattered. Right? Not you and your wife's anniversary. I thought.
Let's be honest. You're right.
I'm just kidding.
It's just a day.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I really. Yeah. So you didn't even remember? It was your
I
guys'
did
anniversary?
last week because what did we do? I don't even remember. Something was last week that it was somebody else's. Oh yeah, we were at a friend of mine, my old manager's place for a cookout randomly last Friday or Saturday, and sure enough, they're like, "Oh, tomorrow's our anniversary," and I was
And you're
like,
like,
"Oh shit!" And I go, "Oh wait, no, it's a week from today." All right, cool.
I missed
Cool.
it.
Cool.
No, yeah, dude. No, I had no idea. No idea it was Father's Day. Like until
I know.
Brienne came home Wednesday, and she was just like, talking because she went out to dinner with one of her friends or whatever. Whatever, that's fine. And came home and was just like, "Do you want this now or later?" And I'm just like,
She just presented herself like that.
No,
You want this now or later?
and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do I
No.
get leftovers?
I was
What's
just-
going on here?
No, she was just like, "You want this now or later?" I'm just like, "I don't like. What are you talking about?" And then I was just like, "I guess now because she's got to work, right?" So then she like calls Ollie over, and I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Grab your coat, or was it drop your coat and grab your toes? I'm gonna show you where the wild goose goes.
Yeah, no, she.
Oh God.
She didn't say none of that. Thank God. But no, and then she's just like, I was like, I guess now, like, what are you getting me? Like, I haven't told her that I wanted anything for a long time.
Starts putting the hair up.
Yeah. No, and then Ollie comes over and she's like, here, give this to your dad, for Father's Day. And then so he brings me over this Target bag and he's trying to lift it. He's like, oh my gosh, it's heavy. And then gives it to me. And it's a new massage gun. It's like a really good, massage gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that's all it is.
Sure, it has a bunch of attachments and stuff too, huh?
I think it's got like 5 different attachments.
Yeah, I know they do.
No, but And I was just like, what's this for? And she was like, Father's Day. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it.
Not yet.
No.
Just wait till Sunday night. You're not going to be able to walk for a week.
What do you mean she's got to work? I'm streaming.
I know. I know she's not going to be there, but Mama take care of Daddy.
No, but no, it was pretty cool. It was
That's
a nice
good.
little gift, But I thought the only thing I told her I needed was a new CPU, like a processor for my computer. So I thought she got me one of those. I was like, I would be kind of mad because those are expensive.
Okay.
But I mean,
okay, modest dad.
I would take it.
Okay, modest
but,
dad. I would be so upset if she spent that much on me. Still waiting for my wife to buy me a house.
So when I, when I saw the massage gun, I was like, oh, this is, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually, I spent, the worst part about it was, so then I was just like, oh my, like, I'm pumped. Like, I'm excited to use it. So I sit on the couch, I'm massaging my legs out and stuff. And she turns and looks at me and she's just like, will you stop? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you're shaking the whole damn couch. And I was like, you got me a brand new toy, and I can't. I was like, you got me a new toy, and I can't even play with it. So I'm like, fine,
That's
whatever.
when you look at her and go, do you want this now or later?
No. We're talking about a massage gun. No,
stop it.
Okay,
No.
okay. We are good married couple.
I have a very funny story about this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did the middle of my story interrupt the beginning of yours just now?
It did a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I waited, but it's fine.
Go ahead.
Well, it was just on the...
Oh, great. Did you find $5 at the end of it, too?
No, but it's about my son. So, we have one of those guns, and so did my parents. My parents were watching them, and my dad couldn't find Jackson. Just upstairs. I'll go find him and see what he's doing. He was sitting on the couch, staring off, just doe-eyed, and he had the gun...
Like inner thigh?
Very close to Mr. Pepe. And he's just sitting there like... And my dad walked straight up to him, to his face. It was like, hey, bud. And he literally went, hey, what's up? And he put it down. He's like, I was just doing my leg. See, I was just doing my leg. Just, leg kind of hurts. Can't do my leg. And my dad, I'd never seen him laugh that hard. He was just laughing at him. He's like, okay, bud, let's put the gun away, all right?
Dude, it's funny, though.
It's hilarious.
Kids are great.
I cannot believe that. I mean, we're boys. We usually figure it out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so early. And how he just felt to oh, that feels really good. Wiener. Anytime. Anytime you're just oh, what is that, suede? Later. You know what I mean? You don't know.
Well, dude, no, boy, for sure, boy. Ollie was just getting potty trained a little after being 2, and where does his hands go?
Well,
hands
yeah.
are off, So, I mean, they just...
God made him this small, or, just, it's always long enough so you can reach your pee.
Yeah, and yeah.
All the time.
He just sits there watching. What are you, milking a cow, just...
Yeah, I know. You got a pee, bud? What's going on?
What are you doing? But no.
Oh
yeah, no, so, yeah, no, I got a massage gun, and...
Yeah, and my kid saw Jesus.
Wow.
He's just just the light. Didn't know. He's he said the best part was he walked straight into his line of vision, right up to him, and he didn't know anything else was around him. He was in pure euphoric nature, and then he just goes, "Hey," snapped out of it oh, man.
Dude, that's kind of funny. That is.
Well, it's way funnier than the time he caught me. But
disgusting.
Well,
terrible.
Dude, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Never.
Well, that's the thing. You either don't know that he did, or you know that he did. But either way, he knows. He knows.
He knows.
He caught you somewhere. He saw something. He just kept walking by the door, or he decided that day he's gonna jump in on just scare the shit out of you. Yeah. I know he knew. He had to have known.
He had to have known.
He had to have known. I mean, it was never like an all-out like, you know, but he knew.
He knew.
He knew shit was going down. He knew.
Yeah. Kids, man, they're smart. They're smart, man.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're
for the most part.
Smart as...
They're smart for their age, yeah. We've covered this. They're just smart for their age groups.
Yeah.
You know, when Brittany brags about their Jameson is reading at a 6th grade level. It's like, well, he's okay. He's 10. Great. Well, he's in 5th grade. Like, great.
Cool.
Nobody cares.
Dude, I was reading at a really high level too when I was a kid, but
We've
quit
discussed
reading.
this.
Yeah.
We've discussed this.
My dad made fun of me, and so I was like...
Yes. But it's also why you're not a very good reader now.
Yeah.
But that's what's funny, is like you became a really good reader, and then you're not a reader anymore.
Nope. No, I can do math really good.
Yeah. Real good. We know. We know why.
We know. That's the
it was
catchphrase.
your Russian Jewish heritage.
It's today's quote of the day. We know.
We know.
We know. They know.
We know.
They know.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
trust me, your parents know way more.
I got a question for you, dude. What are you good at? What are you good at? Like, if you had to think about it, not something you're okay at. Like, oh, I'm good.
I feel like you're teeing me up for something. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm really not. I'm trying to ask you,
what am I good at?
If you had to sit down and actually think about it, what is something that you're just good at? Not only just passionate about, but really good at.
Define good.
I would say
there's always good, better, best. So good's the worst. Would you consider good being mediocre?
Better than average. I would say better than average.
Better than average.
If the average is here, you're on that
I would say
upper percentage of.
Well,
but like I said again, not something that you're obviously okay. I mow the lawn. I'm really good at mowing the lawn, but I'm not don't count like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Think of something. What is something that you would say you are the best at? You personally.
See, okay, that's what I'm saying. Now it's the best.
What are you the best at?
What am I the best at?
Yeah. There you go.
Can't say it on here.
Not allowed.
Trust me, every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Okay, that aside, think of a skill. Okay, I mean, I guess that could be a skill. Think of.
I mean, if you applied yourself, you could probably, there's
everything
money. There's money
could
there.
be a skill.
There's money there.
There's money in everything.
God, I mean, see, when you say the best at, obviously we're not the best at anything.
No,
otherwise we'd be doing that thing.
But that's what I'm. That's kind of where I'm getting to then, though. It was what are you the best at?
So
and then
I'm pretty
what are
good.
you the best? Not it doesn't have to be the best in the world, but you personally, if you had to rate your skills, what are you? The
I do
best
have to say
at?
this, and this is it's gonna come off as an asshole.
I mean, we all know you are. We know.
35. I don't give a shit anymore.
We know.
But the worst thing I think you can tell a kid who maybe has potential is tell them they're really smart. Because I've always been a pretty well aptitude kid.
No, I agree with that because you kind of give them a complex, right?
Well, a little bit.
Then they walk around, they're like, "Well, I'm good at that. Why would I need to practice? Why would I need to do that? And that's why do I need to practice? Why do I need to,
But then you have a kid with ADHD, and it just compounds that. Seriously, it's insane. So for me, you go in high school and shit, and when you're little, you can take those aptitude tests, and you got those kids that could be 10 things. They're you could be these 10 things.
Yeah.
And then they took mine, and it was just a list this, everything from architect to electrician to fucking software programmer. It was just insane. It was just a stupid list of things. I'm well, I don't know what I want to do. I wanted to be an electrician. That was just one thing because my dad's buddy was an electrician. So I was that's cool. Then I wanted to be an architect because my uncle was an architect.
I feel that's just.
Then I wanted to be
thinking about it though. That's the way our brain works though. We'll get this idea and we'll run with it for a month. Yeah. We'll just say sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a day, and then I'm
usually
I'm done.
6 to 10 weeks. I've got it down pretty.
But
bad.
You'll run with something for a month or two, and you're all gung ho all my eggs in this basket. That's what I'm doing, and then something happens.
Money.
Everything.
Everything.
And then something happens where
marriage.
You're you just whew. No, but no, something happens then where it's just I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to say burnt out, but you feel you've exhausted so much energy into that, and maybe you didn't see the progress you wanted to. Maybe you did. Maybe it's just but you're like, I'm over it.
Well,
I'm
the
over
last
it.
time this happened, I really looked inside to see what was the thing. It's funny because like I feel like this is all I want, right? Like this is the thing I worship.
Beer?
This is what. Well, yeah, but I'm making an anecdote here. But like, or a parody. I don't know what the fuck word is. But you'll have that, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm really good at this.
Isn't an
I'm fucking
anecdote
good.
a joke?
Anecdote? I thought it was telling a story to get a point across. For the most part.
Anyways,
I don't know
okay,
what the
sorry.
definition
I
is.
just
Like, but this is the thing. Like, this is how I associate it with. Like, all right, so this is our wall of everything that we do, right? And then you're like, all right, God, that looks so good. Look at this new thing on this wall, huh? Look at that new thing. That's great. And then you start to get away from it, and then something else is catching your eye, and then you always look at it, but you never want to play with it again.
dude, it's 100.
You see it,
that's,
and you're just like,
that's everything.
I know. No, you see it, and you're like, God, I remember when I did that. That was so much fun. I love that. But then you're like, nah, not today.
Dude,
And that's what it is.
so
You're
that's-
like, no.
So
not
for example,
today.
I'll go on little.
You can't do it anymore.
I'll go on little kicks where I'll like start cleaning. Right. I don't know if you've noticed
Today
that.
is not the day.
That big bin, that black and yellow bin in the living
Black
room.
and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You know that
black
song was
and yellow.
popular when I was in high school, and our school colors were black and yellow, or black and
Oh,
gold.
really?
So yeah, so that song played at like every
were you?
assembly. We were the Chargers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Or
but our
Cardinals.
mascot was
Birds.
the Broncos. The Broncos mascot. So we were the Chargers, with the Broncos mascot and the Steelers colors. And then depending on like what sport you played, it might
So,
have
like
been.
were you like knights on like the horses?
No, it was
or
a
you
horse.
You're just
It was a
charging
horse.
Broncos.
It was a horse. Our mascot was a horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. Anyways,
It's alright.
we used to always like be like, okay, like who stole what from what team, and then we'd pick like, oh, look at that team. They're
Uh-huh.
this team with that team's colors and that team's logo, and they're this team's name, and you know. But anyways.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, so that black and yellow bin upstairs. So I like got the kick in me one day. I'm like, you know what, I'm doing it. So I washed all the kids' clothes. I went through all the drawers. I pulled out all the 3T stuff, you know, because I wasn't fit in that junk no more. I folded it all. I put it in the bin, and I'm like, this close to being done. I have the last basket sitting upstairs in the hallway, and I'm just like, it just fizzled out.
Yeah,
I'll get
I
to
don't
it
wanna do
tomorrow.
that anymore.
But I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it would be such, and maybe I save. I get myself to that point of like completion because I'm like, maybe I just save it for that dopamine rush of like,
Yeah.
all I do is like, if I got
Like this is gonna look so cool when I'm done.
when I'm done, right? And then it's like all I gotta do is fold half a basket and put that in there, and bam, I'm done. Like boom, oh my gosh.
But that's
you know?
the thing. You're holding that climax. Because like you could go, or you could just stay in this moment.
Right, of,
You're
like,
I
the-
want to stay in this moment, and then the fact that like you're about to like put everything in, right, and close the lid. You're like, nope.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna stay
I'll
right
wait.
here.
Yep,
I'm gonna
yep,
stay
you
right
just-
here.
You know, they
That's
know.
what it is.
They
I
know.
mean, that's.
No,
I mean,
and it is
that
because
truly
then
is what
all of a
goes
sudden,
on.
then I look around the house and it's like, well, shoot, I have this to put away, that to
Yep.
put away, this I started,
Just
that I started,
leftover
and then
shit
all of a sudden it's
everywhere.
like, okay, I'm just gonna start, right? So then I started doing that the other day. I went through and I like finally took the bassinet out of our bedroom. It's been in there since Mavis was a baby. Took that out of the bedroom. I cleaned this up. I started doing that. Started like checking off because I mean the bassinet was empty and ready to be brought downstairs to be put away, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's ready to go, but it's fine right there, right? So I started checking off that list, and then like that dopamine rises, and I'm like, I'm getting so much done, right? You know, you just like you have this mental checklist, and you're just like
Yeah.
crossing it off.
But then you get let down. You just
And then
it'll
something
end.
happens, and then
Yeah.
but like I don't know.
You know why I don't buy those black and yellow bins? Because I know exactly the ones you're talking about. They
Yeah,
sell
the
them
one-
at Shopko.
We got them at Costco.
Or
for
Costco.
like,
that's
yeah,
what
they
I
were
mean. I
like
keep saying that. I've been
they were
saying
like, they were
that
like
recently.
$5 on sale. I was
No,
like,
I know, but you
I
know
was
why I
like, we
don't
gotta
buy
buy
them?
them because they'll sit empty.
No. Because everybody I know that has those has created a hydroponic garden and grown vegetables in their basement
With those?
with those things. They drill holes, and then they get the water. They get a little fountain going on the inside, and it makes the water. You get chemicals.
I'm not gonna do that.
I don't want to. I know, but I won't. I don't want that because it's gonna make me want to do that.
I guess I've never.
It's
seen
like
it.
the one thing to do. Like seriously.
Well,
it's
maybe
one of
I'll
the
maybe
main
I'll
things.
give you one of the bins, and then
No,
you can
don't. I
start
don't
it,
want
and
it.
then
Don't want it.
they can be
Nope.
our project together.
Nope, I don't want it.
I think we're doing it.
Nope, it's way.
I know where you
nope,
live.
I already looked into it. Nope,
I know where you live.
that's fine.
I have potting soil. I have everything.
I know. So do I.
All right,
I don't-
then let's do it.
I don't know.
What's holding you back?
I don't know if it could be old.
What's-
But yeah.
Well, potting soil? Can potting soil get old?
I don't know. It's dirt.
I don't think it goes bad.
It's dirt. I don't know.
Like dirt doesn't go bad.
I mean,
I
it
wanna
could dry
think.
out.
You just add water. Right?
That's what she said.
Anyways, so like, what are you good at though? Like, if you had to pick like your
yeah.
best skill,
I'm
like,
sorry.
What are
So
you
this is
the
my
best
point.
at?
So
Yeah.
like we did like, because they do those aptitude tests and they do like, so this doesn't mean anything. So fuck off everybody else. But like, So like IQ test. So you do one of those, right?
Oh yeah.
And mine was relatively high.
I'm super smart.
It was relatively high.
Yeah.
And so you get in there and you're like, oh my god. Like as a child, you then just immediately develops complex, and you become like, I won't even say, I mean, my family would disagree, but I feel like egotistical, a little bit. Like you develop just that little bit, like, hey, I can do anything, but I really could. Like, I mean, if somebody was like, I'm doing this hobby, you're like, oh, cool, let me do it, and like within a day or two, I've passed their skill level at the thing that they've been trying for like 5 months. You know what I mean? And so like I'll pass them, and then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah,
because
there's no competition.
Now but then they resent you for it.
Right.
And so then you're like, well, okay, I'm just not going to do this thing anymore then, because I don't want to piss them off. And this happened with my wife. We were newly married. We were watching Bob Ross. I was a big fan when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So then, like, we were watching it, and she just, like, he makes it look so easy. And I can't draw. I can't draw or sing. It's the two things that I wish I could do.
Beautiful singer.
But my wife can actually draw, like, just from memory, can kind of sketch relatively well. It's not amazing, but it's relatively well. And she can sing. But she refuses to do either, for me. Asshole. So then we're watching this painting thing, which is a little different technique, but he just explains it so easy. And I'm like, God, I could fucking do this. I could do this. Mm-hmm. So we go to Hobby Lobby. I bought canvases. I bought a whole easel. I got a little drawer with all of the oil-based paints.
What's the thing that they hold?
It's the palette.
The palette. Yep.
So I had my own. It was a mini one. It wasn't his.
You didn't get the like.
I didn't get the big one.
All right.
No, it was like it's a middle one. I got a little one. I got all this stuff. I got all the brushes, the fan brushes, all the things. I put so much money into this. And so then I'm like, we're going to do this. And I started doing a couple of them just on my own, watching them. And they were coming out okay. It wasn't like amazing, but like right off the bat, not bad. And so, seriously, like it wasn't horrible. And then she was like, I want to do this. I said, that would be great. Awesome. It'll be fun. We'll do it together. She's like, I don't want you in the room. I said, well, how are we going to do it together if we're not in the room?
You say, we're going to do it together, but I don't want you.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to do it together?
Exactly. So then I already did a few of them. So then I put her in the living room with the easel thing and the TV going with an episode of his stuff.
Did you guys watch the same episode? Because
No,
I'm assuming you did it in the other room.
I didn't watch. Yeah. So
Okay.
I did it in the other room. I didn't have an episode. I was just like, all right. Because a lot of it starts the same. You make the sky. You make the water. You bring in you make the mountain. And then you just slowly get, you dab it. You slowly just keep making the foreground
like
closer
more
and closer
depth.
and closer.
Yep.
That's all you do. And so I just, was doing it in my room. It's like 45 minutes in. And I'm like almost done with my painting. And all of a sudden I hear just swearing and like I thought she like threw it out the window.
Dude, I could just imagine.
and just
This is
slamming
fucking
and stuff.
stupid.
And all of a sudden I hear it like go in the garbage. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I'm never doing this thing again. This is the dumbest fucking idea we've ever had. And I'm like, I come out with like my painting that actually looks alright, and she's like almost crying, and I go, what's the problem? And she goes, this is so stupid. It looks so bad. I'm done. I'm never doing this again. And I was like, okay. I go lift it up. All she fucking had after 45 minutes was the sky, which is blue, and the water, which is blue. The only difference is the sky you do crisscross, and the water you do straight across. That's the only difference. And that's all she had. She didn't even attempt a mountain. She didn't attempt a fucking bush, a tree, nothing. She didn't even have any other colors on there.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what are you talking about? You haven't even done anything yet. And she's like, I know, because I'm not going to be able to do it, and blah, 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 blah. So, like, it's so funny that, like, we're together because I'm one that, like, naturally just above average gets good at just random things. Mm-hmm. And she won't attempt them if she, at the slightest bit of not okay with it, done. Shuts it out of her life completely. We have never painted. That was, well, we've been married 7 years tomorrow. That was 6 years ago. And I've never touched that set of paint again. That's
Dude,
it. No, I've done like 5. She tried it once.
See,
I've never touched
I
those
don't
again.
know. I don't think I have any.
But to answer your question, there's a
Experiences.
multitude of random shit that like if we had like a ring toss thing, or like sport-wise stuff, we're probably both pretty compatible with
I
sports.
feel like I'm pretty good at
equipment.
certain sports
Yeah,
things.
like
you know,
sports stuff. Yeah, like
certain
I mean,
stuff I feel like I excel
like
more.
I never played
but-
hockey, but like if I was on ice and I had to like shoot or something, sure. Skating, not very good. Never.
See,
skated.
and that's where
so like
I can skate okay,
Yeah,
but like you know.
it's little things, but like yeah. Then when you ask that, like if you ask my wife, she'd be like, "Oh, fucking everything." But it's like not really though. Like I'm not the best at anything. It's just I'm above average, mediocrely in random stuff. And I went to school for mathematics, so I'm fairly good at math. That's
See,
about it.
So I've been thinking about that question. Like, what am I the best at? I don't have an answer. Like, there's not one thing in my life that I'm like,
Being a dad.
this is no. I don't even say I'm the best at
No,
that.
come on.
I say, oh, sorry. That's
All
going
right.
on a shirt.
There you go.
No, there's like nothing that I do. Because even being a dad, like, I see so many holes and opportunities where I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm terrible at this. Like, if I did this, maybe I'd be better, but I wouldn't, you know, I don't
But I
think
feel
I'm
we
good at it.
recognize and then change faster.
Sometimes.
You know, because like I feel like do you ever get that feeling with like Brienne where you'll just be like, God, you just really have a way with the kids?
No.
No, I don't say that about my wife either. I don't, and it's not to be mean.
I
No,
thought-
but I'm saying from her perspective, like if I see something that I maybe don't feel good about, or maybe I shouldn't have yelled at him, or I look in myself and then want to change that. But then with her, she'll be like, they just go to bed easier for you. Oh, you just have a way with them. You know, they just listen to you better. Like there's just little things like that like, it's cool because it's a compliment, but like, she's great with the kids. But like, I feel whenever like she's just doing her thing, she's just being good at it. I don't feel the need to acknowledge any of that because then
Right.
it seems it's like patronizing for me to tell the mom that. But then for me, it's like I just take care of business. Like you, I mean, being at home all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like you just like, yeah, you like see something, you're like, oh, that didn't work today, so I'm gonna do it, or it
Right.
didn't work today, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and then you're just slowly figuring it out.
Yeah, you know.
But
Yeah, I'm
I feel
always
like
making
more
changes
women
on the
compliment
flies.
the guys like, oh my god, you're just so good with kids.
Yeah, I don't-
And it's like, well, yeah, we're dads. Like that's how did you get so good at being a mom? You
See-
became a mom. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can
It's
see it.
just a weird-
yeah, I can definitely, like I said, like even thinking about like being a dad, right? It's like I said, like there's so many like holes I see where I'm just like, at the end of the day when I put the kids to bed, I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have done this. I
Well,
should have done
yeah,
this.
I mean,
I
I'm
should
not-
have done,
yeah.
you know. So let me try this different like tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And like so it's always changing on the fly. But like, there's like,
Hey, buddy.
hey, buddy,
Hey, buddy.
there's always tomorrow,
It's always
buddy.
tomorrow, buddy. It's okay.
But there's like nothing in my life that I think that I'm like because I've been thinking about it for a little bit now. Like, there's nothing I could pick out that I'm like, that's what I'm the best. Like that, I am the best at that, right? Like that's.
Well, I
for
mean,
me,
like I
you
said,
know?
that's like the honest answer is like you're the best at being you.
I mean, I guess that's.
You know what I'm saying?
That's- yeah.
Because that's really all somebody could say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you got too many people that are like, I'm the best. Like I made this much money, or I did this stuff, or I
Yeah.
Who cares? There's always somebody that's better than you.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
I learned that early on in life,
Yeah,
like
but
competing in sports.
but like you know, and I didn't mean for this to be so touching and deep, but yeah,
No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
we're all just the best at being ourselves. That's it.
But it's true though. Like thinking about it, like I learned that early on in sports, right? Like you're
Yeah.
competing and you're like, dude, I want to be the best. And my dad's like, there's always going to be somebody better,
Mm-hmm.
always, like always. And then you think about it and you're just like, okay, like you go to a tournament, right? Like there can only be one person who's undefeated.
Yeah.
One person
That's
in the
it.
entire tournament who doesn't
Yep.
lose. And
you
he was
think
the
in
best
the entire state.
in
you
that
think it's going to
tournament,
be
right?
just yeah.
Yeah, and even if you look at like state records, like kids have like 46-1. They lost one time. They lost at some
Yep,
point.
they're
right?
human,
Like
but-
yeah. But I mean, like I don't know. I learned that at a young age that there will always be someone better than you, at like whatever
Well,
you do. You know?
Yeah, it depends.
So,
yeah, I mean, it's just
kind of
like,
like a humbling experience, right?
it is, and I feel like there's a lot of people out there that need to learn that humility portion of it because it's not a problem with being good at stuff. That's fine. I mean, like you said, the hey buddy dad. I'm sure he's got a very sweet kid, and I'm sure their house is very good. I'm sure he helps out way more than I do, and I'm sure, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure
Right.
he's like a great dad,
Right.
but just in his own way, and I'm just the best at being my version of what I believe dad should be. You know, like,
Right.
but that's fine. You know, I mean, we got to obviously not raise serial killers and make sure our kids behave in
That's
civilized
goal
manner.
number one.
But-
Not saying that I've seen any signs or anything, but I'm just saying goal number one. I just
Wow.
hope that, you know.
Well, and wow, I'll tell you this. So the kids went to the park, same park we went to. Remember when we met
the
up
one with
that
the
one?
workout stuff?
Yeah.
That's a good park.
So we went to that. So her and my mother-in-law took the kids over there, and there was a kid. He was like 4 as well, and would just run up to Arya and Jackson and like want to be buddies with Jackson. Didn't care for Arya, so Arya just kind of did her own thing. And he's like running up. Remember how it was like a 3-decker slide deal?
Yep.
So like he would climb up. The other kid would follow right behind him. He's like, all right, and he goes, all right, well, let's take turns, right? And his grandparents were with him, and they're like, take turns, bud,
Mm-hmm.
And so like he would go, and then Jackson would wait for him to come all the way up again, and then Jackson would go because they're taking turns, and the kid would lose his shit and start just, you didn't wait for me all this time, blah blah. And this happened for like 25 minutes, and I guess Jackson just had like the most patience I've ever. I didn't see it myself, but apparently the most that any kid could have. And then afterwards, the grandparents came up to Mel and said, we just want to thank you for your kids being so like well mannered and having so much patience with our grandson. Let's be honest, his parents don't discipline him at all, and it shows. Have a good day. And they just walked away with this kid, and so Mel texted me, she's like, I love our kid so much. And I was okay, for me that didn't know any of this happened, I'm like, where are you? Like that was my first like, are you in a safe space? Like what's going on? That's a weird statement to just say randomly throughout the day at 11 o'clock in the morning.
I just love our kids so much.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like,
I gotta go home.
yeah, I know. And she, but no, and she explained the situation. But it was like, it's good to know, but like, it's so funny because it's shit that you'll truly never see until they're like older. Mm-hmm. So like for now, like my kids are really well mannered, but not at home.
No,
fucking animals at home.
So that's one thing my mom told me too is that. So I was obviously, and I can attest to this, not a great child at home. Right, I was pretty bad, grounded for full summers on end. One after the other, and but like they would go to like.
I mean, look at you now.
I'm great.
No,
but
no.
So then they'd go to the parent-teacher conferences, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, like he is so nice. Mm-hmm. He's the best kid in the class. Like helps me do this." Mm-hmm. And my mom's like, "We're talking about the same kid, right?
Yep.
Like this one right here.
Yep.
Yeah, like he is so great. He's always on time. He
sits in the front.
And and so my mom told me this, and she was just like, you have good kids when other people tell you have good kids, right? Because I feel like we set that bar high for our kids, like knowing obviously what we know, right? We're like, no, like this is the expectation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's 4. Yeah, but this is the expectation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's one of those, like, it's hard to push something this high onto, a 4-year-old. It baby steps to get them there, obviously, right? Like, teach them the right way to get there. But I feel like that's something I need to be better about is, like, just reminding myself, like, look, he's 4. He's going to fall off the couch backward. He's going to, do something behind your back while you're not looking. He's going to jump on the couch as I walk out of the room.
He's triggered some shit.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to run around the corner and shove his sister down and be like, oh, I just bumped into... You know what I'm saying? Like, little things like that. Like, so it's just one of those things you got to work with, I feel like I do that, though. I set the expectations high. But my mom said they're good when other people tell you they're good. Mm-hmm. So, like, when you guys watch Ollie and you're like, no, he's great. He listens. He picks up. He does this. I'm like... No, he doesn't. Yeah.
You're like, no, I know that fucking asshole. Well, no, and who was it? Oh yeah, so last week we were at the same the little cookout thing that we did at my old boss's place, and his brother brought his daughters, and they're like 9 and 11, I think, or 9 and 10, 10 and 11, and older girls, but our kids weren't fighting, and then they played great with them. They took turns. They just hung out. And one was crafting, one was running around the yard. Then they both organically shifted, and then the other ones were running. And then they left. And then our kids were just hanging on the couch, or Jackson's playing his iPad, or playing the Switch, and ours. And we were sitting there for like maybe 25 minutes, half hour. And they're like, how are your kids just so well behaved? And I like laughed. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, they've been sitting over there. Which I kind of forgot they were there. I've been drinking. And I looked over, and I'm like, yeah, they do that sometimes. Like, I didn't think, whatever. And I go, yeah, but, and we talked about that because they're also parents. And I was like, it's so weird. But the way she said it was, she said, they're not safe around others, like other new people. They're not safe around them. So they're still timid. So they do what they're supposed to do because they don't know what's going to happen. But when they're home, they're safe with you. And so then they can let all of the emotions come out and be crazy and stuff. And I was like, I get that. Because my parents have said the same thing. Because my parents, we were pretty good kids that they know of. So that, like they got told the same things. Like, your kids are so well behaved and stuff like this. Like me and my brother, my sister. And so my mom said the same thing. Your kids are good when other people say that. And she said the same thing. And then I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I was the kid. I know.
Yeah,
like we knew how to put the front on. Like we knew how to really slow down.
100%.
But then now that it's happening to the next one, we're looking at it like, no, I know kids are fucking assholes. Like, I know that. They're just being they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
But then to have her say something like that, I was like, well, okay, now I guess that's making a little bit of sense. I get that. I mean, to be somewhere else and not knowing like what's going to happen. They're just curious. They're more curious of what's going to happen, so they kind of they're tiptoeing into it. They're not going to be running across the fucking floor naked or whatever just because they can.
Right, right.
So it was unique though, but
kind of like an eye opening.
Yeah, a little bit, but
yeah.
I mean, they're great. I mean, obviously they're great, but yeah, I don't know. I think we're doing all right.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a house, they got food.
Right, roof over your head. You got a bed to sleep in.
See, and they're not to that age where I get to like hold that on them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
why do you do this? What do you mean? Why?
What do I do this? Like, do you eat today? Huh? Yeah. How'd those clothes feel? They clean? Huh? Got that nice bed to sleep in? It feels good, doesn't it? Huh?
It doesn't do nothing.
Right here.
No,
you don't get to say that yet. You can't lay that guilt on yet.
No.
But it's coming, and I'm excited.
One of these days. Yeah, but yeah, no. Back to like where I started.
Sorry.
When I was saying like, what are you good at, or what are you the best at? Because I was wondering like if that, because then my follow up question was that like if you had something that you would say that you're the best at, right? Because I don't know, and I'm not trying to be like, well, you pick, haha, and then point the finger, but like I've thought about it. I've been thinking about it for a little bit now.
All right, I got an answer.
Okay, what would be your answer?
So my answer, and because it's kind of on the deep train that we were going here.
Yeah.
It's got me thinking.
Deep.
I'm very, very good at masking.
Masking?
Yes.
Like.
So remember how we always joke? No, remember how we always joke how you can like drop us anywhere and we'll just make friends with anybody. We'll figure it out. You know. That's not just being resourceful. That's understanding the human condition and like how they are and the people and how people people project themselves all the time, how they what they're timid about, whatever subjects, all these things. But I'm very good at like watching that and just watching like without you really noticing I'm looking at you, I'm catching like your hand movements and stuff, like how you're like twitching or whatever it is. I'm good at just like reading. I guess reading people would probably be the easier way, but then that way that I'm in control of what, for the most part, how I want our interaction to go. Mm-hmm. And that's where, like, with you, it's fun because this is fun to just, like, throw at each other. I don't have to, there's no mask. There's nothing to, like,
yeah.
But, like, at work, at, like, when people come in, I get this very, like, because I work in customer service. So there's, like, the older lady come in, I'm like, how are we today? And just like I whisper to them and they're like, oh, you're just so gracious. You're just, and they want to touch your hands and I touch their hands back, and you really just you're bringing it to what they wanted to feel. And then you got other guys that are like, fucking hot outside. And you're like, fuck, tell me about it. Shit. Can't wait to get a beer after this. But like, you just know how to like immediately.
Right. You can just
switch. And then like, I could talk, like I could sit and have a conversation with anybody. And I actually liked that with like speed dating was fun. I tried it once or twice, and it was fun because I got to talk to just different people,
like every 5 minutes,
and I could just change how this goes. Like, how do I want this to go? And like I could like
yes,
yeah, and I could like, all right, this time I'm gonna go like really aggressive about like whatever's going on, or like be really intrusive about like asking them about what they are, or like maybe this time I'll make naughty jokes, and I'll just say like kind of, or these other ones I'll make like dad jokes, and just see like if they were cute, maybe I'll make these subtle jokes. If they were kind of snooty. Maybe I'd make some, like more aggressive jokes.
Promiscuous,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
like-
make it.
like-
Huh. And then it's so funny to watch different people
Like interact
react
with
to
that,
those different things. So it's a long answer, but that is.
You say, like,
And I'm really
massive
good at
stuff.
talking. I talk all the fucking time.
I would say like
I'm very
if
aggressive.
I had to pick one thing, it's like, and I don't know how to sum this up into one thing, but I would say like about me personally is I'm a doer. I'm 100% not a planner, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm one of those things like I see something that needs to get done, I'm just gonna do it.
Well, that's part of us. Yeah.
Or like if I get my mindset on something, or Brianne's like, hey, this is what I want to do. Like I might not want to do it, but I'm just gonna jump in and do it, even though I'm like, God, I fucking hate doing it. And I get it done, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done, I'm out. Like you know, but I'm 100% like a doer. Like I will jump into a project without knowing my ass from a hole in the ground, and be able to pick it up, do it, and
But let me ask you this.
efficiently get it done.
Is it different? Because I am too, but I'm going to differentiate it though. So, are you somebody that, let's say something was thrust upon you that had to get done, and you found it interesting, so you're like, all right, so that's what you pour your whole thing into, right? But then we talked about, like, for instance, like we talked about animating our D&D campaign, right?
Right.
And you talked about doing some animation stuff, right? Have you bought any animation stuff?
No.
No, but see,
I have a drawing tablet.
No, I know, but you think about it a lot. You got the tablet. You got all the stuff. You probably fantasize about how cool it would be,
I think-
but you've never started it.
No.
But that's the difference, though. So you talk about being a doer, because I'm the same way. Like, when it comes to just getting shit done, yeah, I can get shit done.
You know what?
But when it's something I'm very excited about, and you're talking about the drawing and things,
You know
You'll
what the worst
never
part
start
about
it.
this? I wanted to do
You'll
it
never
until I
start
got
it.
a drawing tablet. Because
Yeah.
then once you get the drawing
Yep.
tablet, you're like, shit, I have to do it now.
Yep.
And I feel like that pressure of like
Never do it.
having to do it
Never do
is
it.
just like I don't want to do. I don't want to stress
Yep.
about something I wanted to have fun
but you're a
with.
doer.
But like that.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about-
but that's what I'm saying. No, that's the complex. Is because I'm the same way. We're like, I have a drawing tablet too. I bought an iPad with the fucking $100 pen that I can draw on Procreate and do all this stuff, right? Nope. I have no interest
But I
in learning
wanted
how
to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
And now I'm just like, I don't want to.
I still save my Pinterest list on how to make. Remember, I told you I want to make maps, like just maps. You see those people like spill rice on it and trace the rice.
Oh,
around
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
and
they create
that's
their own
the
map.
continent
I want to
and
do
the-
that so bad. I love just the minimalistic drawing of the mountains and the trees and whatever. Pinterest page, 2,000 fucking things on how to do it. I've never drawn one map.
Well, and it's like I said, like that's one of those things where I'm talking more like just like task, I guess.
Yes,
Oriented
yeah.
things.
If you
something
had
that,
like things you need to get done,
Like I
yeah.
need to build the shelf. I need to
Absolutely.
go and
Yep.
fix the dryer. I need to go and take care of X, Y, and Z. And like Brienne wants to do this. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it, even though she knows I don't want to do it, so that I can hold it over her head that I did it.
Yes, absolutely.
And got it done
All the time.
even though I didn't want to do it, and she knew I
All the
didn't.
time.
You know, so like things like that. Like I
Yes.
see it, I do it. Right? She ordered this. Oh, I didn't put together the egg chair. She ordered it, and I was like, "What is this?" And
yeah.
she's like, "Oh, it got there like a day or two early," and I'm like, And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not putting this together, and so I made her put it together. I went back and like tightened everything because, of course,
yeah.
I needed to. I wasn't about to sit in it, but no, I'm one of those like task oriented, right? The other,
Yes.
I would say like that.
If you're given a list, it's like, all right,
Yes,
how
like
fast
I can get this.
done?
I can get it done,
Yeah,
right?
let's
If I
do
have
it.
a list, but then if it's one of those things that like it's something I know I want to do, right?
Yeah.
So another example we can use in that, like not only the whole animating thing, but like
Yeah.
I wanted to open my own business, right? We talked about this, right? I wanted to open up.
That's still on the table.
No, 100% it's on the
It's
table.
still on the table.
100% it's on the table.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that's like I definitely want to do it. It is on my bucket list of things to do, but
Yes.
I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be rushed into it,
Nope.
kind of thing, right?
And it's
But-
something that we shouldn't rush into.
Right, and then 3 months. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
no, I don't want to be rushing into it. But then at the same time, it's like I was thinking about it. It's like it's something I really do want to do. But the reason, like, then you gotta ask yourself, why haven't you done it? It's because I don't really want to do it now,
Yes.
right? So it's like I have like an order of operations or like a priorities list, right? Of like there are things that are immediate I'm going to do, I need to get done now, and then there are things that like I really want to do, I'm passionate about, but just not today.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't want to rush into something, especially when you start a new business. You don't want to rush into it, just haphazardly and not really have a plan for it, because it's a lot of work, and you gotta,
There's a
you gotta
lot-
generate a lot of stuff.
There's a lot, yes.
month
No,
to
there-
month,
and there's a lot
of things
that-
you gotta pay for, and It could be, it's a lot of things. It takes a lot of thought, and we've discussed those things, and we got super excited.
No,
but then we had our little talk,
well,
and we literally took ourselves down, and we're like, okay, hold on. Yes, this is great, but remember, there's a P&L statement, man.
Yes,
like there's things,
we gotta get
what's
the
our
business
location?
plan together. We gotta get
absolutely.
Location. We gotta get the name down. We gotta do the advertising. Like not just a
Exactly.
mediocre. Oh, hey guys, we're gonna do this. Tell your friends. Like no, we gotta do like some sort of like get it out there.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing. We gotta.
I mean,
we
how
gotta
are you gonna stock it? How are you gonna get like the stuff
right? We
in?
we gotta research.
What's your thing?
We gotta research the costs, right? And then we got to set our profit margins, and then we got to set.
Well, we also looked what other businesses around.
Exactly, what are the businesses around? What are they selling? XYZ for?
Yep.
What there's a lot of like market research and things like that go into it, and
which every promising person should probably do before they start a business.
Well,
but
so that was like one thing too, like going into it too is like when I brought it up to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like the whole country shut down, right? COVID and everything. It was not the time to open a business, right? But yes, there's a lot of research that goes in. But again, it's something I want to do, but I don't want to do today, right? Like it's definitely on the back burners, and like I think that there's like I don't know, like I feel like the things that I really want to do, I'm 100% making time for.
Yes.
Like, and I'm like, I want to do this. I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing. I don't care about this. I don't care. I'm doing this, right? And then you have the stuff that I say I want to do, and I mean that I want to do it, but I just don't want to do it enough today that I'm like ready to like die for it, essentially, right? Like, like, and that's we used to, like look at things like that, like how badly do you want this? How bad? Like you gotta want this more than you want to breathe, kind of thing. Like
oh yeah, I've heard the motivation.
Like where he holds his head. He holds his head underwater. You wanna you have to want this more than you wanted to live.
When you
right
want
there.
this more than you can breathe, then you can succeed. Like,
whatever it is. But and I do. And then there's the stuff that I say I want to do that I'm just like, that was just I don't actually want to do that. I just said that to maybe try to fit in, or maybe, but no, like as far as the business goes, 100%. Like I will.
Absolutely, no.
It is on my bucket list. We are going to open a business together one day.
Yes, we are.
You're all invited.
Everybody.
You better show up, or
we're gonna have promo
codes
ban you
from our
God, should
podcast.
we put secret stuff in right now?
No, not right now.
Like
maybe
20 years.
Maybe we'll
when we're almost dead.
Well, yeah. I definitely want my kids to be a little bit older before I open my business, right? I don't want to.
Yeah, you want them like at least out of college.
No, I mean not that long. What the? No, dude. Like maybe even like in high school or something in school. Maybe like 10 years down the road. This is something
we can get them to work.
Yeah, free labor.
Yeah, but not what we're gonna do. They gotta be 18.
I mean, they can sweep the floors. They can wash the windows.
They gotta be above 14.
Tables.
Yeah.
They just can't serve.
That's a good point.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Free labor. Got it. No, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like
actually no.
I don't want to do that now.
That's the old mentality though. Side note: a lot of podcasts or TikToks I've been watching. No, you can pay your kid to just do shit. Like if you did if you considered this stream. This is gonna start a whole thing today after we're done doing this podcast. But like, you can consider this an office, consider this a business because it generates money. You could do all that, and then you can actually, like, if your kid helps you with doing whatever, you could write some of this space off of your taxes. You can, if you buy any computer stuff like your CPU and shit, you can write that off for your business.
But you have to. Don't you have to like register?
There's a lot
LLC
of shit you can do.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
or
there's
like
a lot of shit you can do, but apparently it's not that hard.
No, it's not. It just costs money, and where do I get money?
Well, some money. Like, it costs some money, but then again, all these write-offs and shit, you save even more money, and then you can also pay your kids so much money a month.
Right, and then you can write them off as an employee.
Exactly, and you could just do that. You just keep doing that. You keep building.
I saw something. I saw.
I watch again. I watch all of this and study all this,
and like it's great. Never and I like them, and I'm just like, yes, one day. I just don't want to today.
Yeah, and your kids are 30 and like, wait, can you imagine we did this? They're like, yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah, look, I got a video I want to
show you.
Yeah, maybe I should look that. Maybe I should look into like turning my streaming into like an LLC.
Dude, I make hats. We talked about that. Like, not these hats. My stocking hats.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm saying
that's a pretty cool hat though. Like, what is that again?
Chicanos.
Yeah, what do they do?
They are. It's my buddy Hedda. They have a taco truck. It's usually parked in town. the town I live in, Prescott.
Yeah,
but unbelievable time. Well, I brought them tonight.
They're actually really good.
Oh my!
I
goodness.
would have.
What did you think?
I would have. I'm glad that you only got me 3. I wish you would have only got me 2. I'm glad you got me 3.
Yeah.
I could have eaten 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
got the chicken tingas, and I got the steak asada. Oh my god, it's so good.
No, they
It's
were good.
amazing. I get them
I'd
just
eat it
about
again.
every week. I get them out.
100%
I know we've
I'd eat
shouted
it.
them out before, but yeah, Chicanos.
Check them out.
Check them out. They're on Facebook,
Prescott,
Instagram, I think, and Snapchat and stuff. But
But anyways, maybe we should look into that. Maybe we should look into
Dude.
making this a business, and then we could write off like the mileage. Could you write off? You probably write off the mileage that you have to drive over here
Absolutely.
to record and stuff
like you
that.
can, I mean, there's so many windows into that. So if anybody listens to this, and you could give us a little bit of heads up or pointers or whatever or web pages, I mean, we'll read them.
I mean, he'll read them. I'm a very slow
Probably
reader,
won't. Yes, I will read them and then I'll relay them to him.
and then summarize them to me, and then I will summarize that summarization to Brienne, and then she'll tell me
Well,
that.
we'll take like 5 years to review, and then we might just pull the trigger haphazardly one time.
Just boom, we're doing
in
it.
5 years and do it,
Yeah,
and then see how it works, and then we'll give up on
maybe
it.
let's look into that today on the stream.
Dude, it's way too late to look at that kind of shit.
No, dude, get
We're
another-
already having some of these. We're gonna have
Another-
another one.
Yeah, and that's where the best ideas come. Wasn't like
Our wives are gonna be so.
wasn't like
upset.
Microsoft like
Dude, it's my anniversary.
wasn't like Microsoft yeah, and you're the one drinking all of these and having those. What's stopping your wife from having a drink?
My baby.
Are you?
Yeah. Wait, no, she's not drinking.
Wait, yeah,
not
no,
drinking.
wait, huh?
I told them that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Oh, okay.
I know.
So they know. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the parasite growing
The young,
inside of her.
Oh my god! I will tell you though. The other day, she because we originally started this marriage with 4 on the agenda, and after my daughter, kind of we're like no. Talked her into the 3rd one, right? And she's like, okay, that's it though. It's a boy, great, happy, done.
Mhm.
Just last week, God, a lot of this shit happened at the cookout. So last weekend, same cookout thing. We were talking. We're
Wish
sitting
I
there.
got invited. To
And
the
I didn't
cookout.
say anything. I didn't say anything about it. And somebody goes, wow, I mean, you have this 3rd one. You got kind of a gap. Might as well give them a friend or whatever. And she was talking to them, but I was listening. And she was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But, I mean, it's not, I haven't ruled it out. And she just, like, turned to look at me. And I'm like, 4? She's like, don't. And then I'm like, take your time.
Okay.
Take your time.
We could talk about this
That's
later.
fine. We got time to talk about this. That's
Yeah.
fine. But that was our original goal. Just
Yeah.
because, you know, we
I
wanted to have
always
a lot of
wanted.
kids.
I think I always wanted a minimum of 3 because my dad told me if you have 1, you're not a real parent. He was like,
Oh my God. Thank you for hanging in there till the end of this. Wham!
no,
You
like
guys suck.
no. And then
No,
he
I'm
was
just
just like,
kidding.
he was like, you know, and 2, like. You know, you gotta have at least 3.
Yeah.
At
You
minimum
gotta make
of
it a
3,
challenge.
right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's just like, and then why not just go for 4?
Yeah.
And then
Who cares?
you know, and,
well, and your dad,
no, and then
you guys had 4.
yeah, we had 4,
4,
and then
yeah.
he was always just like, he was like, you can't just have 3 because when you sign up for all these packages, nobody has a package of 5.
Nope.
It's a package of 4, a package of 6.
Guess
like,
where
there's
Jake's
no-
at? Guess where Jake's at? Mom, Dad, Zach, Casey, Jake right on the fucking end.
Yep.
Getting hit by the fucking
Nobody
hostess
has-
coming by all the time.
Nobody has a package for 5, right?
But I did it because
So-
I was the oldest, so I did
Yeah.
that for my
So yeah,
siblings.
so my dad was funny. He was.
Oh, yeah. It's funny as
He's
hell.
like, you can't just have 1 kid. You're not even a
Yeah.
real parent then.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I mean, nothing against...
he
I mean,
he
your
said
parents,
it as, you know,
but
like,
it's not as hard.
You
You
guys
guys
don't-
got 2-on-1. Everybody goes right to the
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
analogy,
My-
like, well, it's 2-on-1, you know.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wow, we got 2-on-2 is man to man now. And then they're like, oh shit, we gotta go zone now. Like next year I'm going zone.
But yeah,
you know, it's
you
like,
know, my dad was
Alright.
just funny. He was funny. Anyways, well,
yeah.
shoot, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm like, you know, shit, 4 times. God, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
No,
God, man.
yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap her up here. You know, happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy
and
Father's Day to
happy
all of the
Father's Day
fathers
to
out
everyone.
there.
This might be probably coming out
Yes.
after Father's Day, but still, hope all the fathers out there, the new fathers,
Yes.
soon to be fathers. You guys don't get it yet, but everybody else, you know,
Absolutely.
like you have, you know, happy Father's
Oh,
Day to all you guys.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's fun.
Just
hopefully
hang in there.
Your
We
wives,
know. We know. We were talking
kids,
about that today.
Yep. Hopefully everyone just gives you.
Remember
a
we
little bit of
mentioned,
space.
so like anytime it's Mother's Day, they're always like, Why don't you just
We
give
take
your
the
mom a break?
kids, yeah.
Why don't you
No.
give her a spa treatment? Get her away from the kids. And then on Father's Day, they're like, "Don't you want to
"Here's the
hang out
kid.
with your kids?
Yeah, your
Here you
family's
go."
here for
like
ya.
like they're fucking like they're single moms
Right.
hanging out at home all the time.
Exactly.
Like, come on now.
But yeah, no. Happy Father's Day. You guys have a.
you
You guys have a.
You can clip that in.
that-
That'll be good. There's a clip.
There's a clip. Yeah, we got to be better about marking those. But no, no, you guys, everyone have a great Father's Day. Safe
Yes.
weekend.
Yes.
We're back in the saddle again. We're ready to go. Like I said, took a week or two
Yeah,
off.
I
but-
think we're coming to the end of season 1 here.
Yeah, we're talking about seasons. Maybe we'll get into more of that after we finalize it. Maybe next week we'll let them know what the scheduling of that
Sure.
looks like, and then
We'll have kind of a season
solidify it,
finale.
and then-
This was a good. I mean, it's been a good
yeah,
learning
good learning.
season. I mean,
learning,
this is hey, the first season of The Office, I think, was only 8 episodes,
yeah, right.
and then after that, they just killed it like with
Yeah,
20
right.
every year. You know,
Yeah,
so
oh, yeah.
who knows, man?
But yeah, guys, no. Quick shout outs. Let's Joe
yeah,
Rogan
Joe Rogan
Experience
podcast.
Yep. Two
Hell
Bears,
yeah.
One Cave.
Yes.
Again, guys, we say it every time, but if you want us,
Hell yeah.
Well,
Hell
you know, I mean, we'll talk to our people. You just reach out, like
Yeah,
our
it's
people
not-
will talk. You
I
know,
mean, if
we're not desperate for
No,
the
but,
time,
I mean,
but we'll take it.
I mean,
you know.
one
We'll make
like
time.
just a like I. You
Co-
can almost pay for it too, like Cameo. That
Yeah,
app,
what
dude.
if they
You could pay. I'll pay.
they call us and
$100.
like, don't ever fucking shout
Yeah,
me
right.
out
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Because they're like,
That'd
he
be
knows
great.
her name.
Yeah.
That'd be forever awesome.
Any comedians? Anybody you've seen?
No, I will say I've always been a big fan of Hot Ones. So if
Okay.
you haven't seen Hot Ones, it's on YouTube. It's got like.
I'm sure they eat the hot sauce and they like.
Well, no, it's
like an
chicken
interview.
wings.
Yeah,
Well,
it's interview kind of
some vehicle.
thing, but they eat the
Progressively hot
progressively
wings.
hotter
Yep, yep.
wings. Yep.
But it started so long ago, and now it's just like, God, anybody's getting on this thing now.
So maybe
And
we
I
can
just
get on
was-
that.
Oh, dude,
I wouldn't last very long.
dude.
First
we should-
thing, like,
I mean,
I'd be like, what?
let's be honest. We probably won't be able to get on there, but we can do
You never
our
know,
own.
dude. Hey, we could do our own, but I don't ever want to hear you say we can never do it. We'll never get on there. I mean, it could happen. Anything could happen.
Okay, you're right. Anything can happen. You're
Anything
right.
can happen.
You're right.
We can set
I'm
our
sorry.
mind to it.
I apologize.
We can
Yep.
do it.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to get into it. This is another 45-minute
I
thing.
was gonna say this is on our outro.
I'm
here.
someone who likes to prove people wrong. Don't tell me it'll never happen.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But anyways, yeah. So
Anyway,
shout out Hot
no,
Ones.
but Bert, they just did they did a review of Bert's first one he did because he's done it a couple times, and it's been 6 years, and it was funny to watch him like commentary on it. But then he had like I didn't know this, but he had like this thing where at this one moment in the show, he said that next week is when I got fired from Travel Channel, and like he said his life just fucking fell apart. And that's when he like decided to be like, you know what? Fuck everybody else. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna be in control of this. And he started crying, and he's like, that day, like the next week was what like without that I wouldn't have been here today. So I was like, dude, that's crazy.
And that's what
Because I
I'm
remember
saying,
watching
man.
that for
That's
the
what
first
I'm-
time. You know, like
That's what I'm saying. Don't
say.
say never, man.
Absolutely.
Never.
But anyway, no, I mean, can you just keep watching them? Anytime
Yeah.
you get on there, oh my god.
But all right, everybody. I think that's it.
All right.
Yo, happy Father's Day.
Yes. Happy Father's
Happy
Day.
Father's Day,
You
and
too, bud.
here we go. Let's have a good one, guys.
Yeah. We'll see you later. Peace.
God damn, 4 times.